Then I get the ninth murder, face of evil, or a spick takes on a nigger, you decide who will die. So here I'm really getting in your face, and I'm really saying you decide who you will die with. So I'm playing sort of like a TV game show here, where I have the character, and I'm having they both stumbled backward and held their guts with smiles, and then as the other fellow, he took his chance. Which shit ass died? You decide. So two people who were supposedly
It's
killing each other.
interactive art at its best.
Yeah. You decide. So you do your dance alone than a girl amongst all boys. So what am I saying here? I had already in the previous poems I talked about females, and I had bitch under the bush, and then I have love, and then I have a girl alone, a girl amongst all boys, and I take a speaking of Carl Sagan, the shadows of forgotten ancestors. So here I take something that borderline cliche, but I put it in a totally different thing. And what I'm saying is here, this is a poem that deals with racism, but in a very oblique way. Similarly to the way I have my A Midnight at a White Castle in Bloomington, Minnesota sonnet, which deals with race by dealing with a white castle and a girl outside, even though the character is never mentioned. Here we have a Hispanic and a black character that are called a spick and a nigger, and they're battling each other. And a white kid, presumably me or most readers perhaps, are going to be looking at it. And there's the human desire to look at these people fighting, and there's always the natural desire to say, "Oh, I like this person," and whatnot. So I'm putting the reader to watch this fight going on between these two characters, presumably drug addicts or some arguing about some stupid shit. And you're going to either choose one or the other. But why are you choosing that person? Why is there the need to choose? And what does that have to say about death? And so here I took what really was one time just about three blocks away from where I lived in Glendale at the time, at this Atlas Terminal, where the Vincetti Brothers is set. Although I think I call Atlas Terminal Apex Yards there. Atlas Terminal was the drug center of 1970s America. More drugs passed through this abandoned uh, uh, industrial yard than anywhere else in the 1970s. And so I actually did see this when I was 13 or 14, whatever it might have been. These two guys battling each other. I had no idea what they were actually fighting over. It's probably drugs or something. But I said, okay, this is a good way to portray that. So it's a way to get you interactive and also to question your own biases and whatnot.